Okay, the video's for April 9th, or for some people, April 10th. The apothecary could press 104 packages of medicine in 4 hours. Maybe hermetically seal. I don't know what press means, but how many packages could be pressed in 10 hours? So they give us a rate of 104 packages per 4 hours. And then they're asking us, if you had 10 hours, and we're going to multiply by those 10 hours, how many packages would you get? And it's 10 hours over 1. And we do this because we want the hours to cancel. Whenever we have a rate, and here's the rate's right here, 104 packages per 4 hours, we can multiply by something that's on the bottom and make it cancel, and then we'll be left with packages, right? Okay, so, well, let's see. This is going to be 104 times 10 divided by 4. I could have canceled there. Probably should have canceled. Packages. Should I write out packages? And then it's time for our calculator to get involved here. Yes, I could have canceled 4 and 10. If I was really smart, that's what I'd have done. But you know how it goes. 1,040. And we're going to divide that by 4. And the answer is going to be 206 packages. Okay, because the only thing we're left with is packages because hours canceled. It's kind of like our miles per hour. If you multiply by hours, you get miles. How far did you go? Okay, so 5.5 of 2 1/3. Well, how do I find 5.5 of something? Well, I multiply by 5.5. Now, this wouldn't be so bad if we didn't have the fraction. If I just said, what's 5 times 3? I'd say, well, that's 15. But if I say 5.5, you say, I don't know what to do. Well, sure you do. You just multiply by 5.5. So let's change this to an improper fraction. 5 times 2 plus 1, that's 11, over the same denominator. That's the same thing as 5.5. And we want 5.5 of this number, so we're going to change that. 2 times 3 plus 1 is 7 over the same denominator. And if I take 5.5 of a number by multiplying them together, I'll get what they want. So let's see, what do we get? Anything cancels. The 2 and the 7? No. The 3 and the 11? Nope. Okay, so I get 77 over 6. That's as good as I can do. I like improper fractions. It's a good answer. If you were curious about how much that is, you could say 6 into 77. 77 divided by 6. You get almost 13, if you're curious. Yaneli loves Starburst candies, but wants to keep her snacks to 100 calories. If the candies have 160 calories for 8 pieces, that sounds like a rate to me. 160 calories per 8 pieces. How many pieces can she have? Oh, okay. They want to know pieces. So you know what? Whenever I have a rate, miles per hour, I could always turn it upside down, hours per mile. And if I have 160 calories per 8 pieces, I can say 8 pieces per 160 calories. It's still true, right? As long as the top is the same as the bottom. You say, well, wait, they're different units. Yeah, but as far as my Starburst world is concerned, 160 calories is the same as 8 pieces, right? They're the same, okay? If I'm driving 60 miles per hour, an hour and 60 miles are the same. I'm just driving, that's all I'm doing. Okay, so I put what I want on the top. I want pieces on the top, so there it's on the top. Because I want that to survive, because they're asking me for how many pieces. So, let's see. What's the other information they gave me? Oh, she wants to limit it to 100 calories. So, we're going to say, how many pieces? Well, I only want 100 calories. So, I'm going to multiply by calories. The calories that I want. So, I'm going to, that way the calories will cancel. The calories will cancel. I'll multiply by 100 because it's on the top, but I'm going to divide by 160. So she's not getting her 8 pieces because there's more on the bottom than on the top. But anyway, we'll go ahead and do this. Things will cancel. Things will cancel. The zeros would cancel, right? And more would cancel. I guess the 8 and the 16 would cancel too, right? I'd have 1 and I'd have 2. So half of 10, that's 5. So we'll say that's 5 pieces. Okay. 1 times, if I wanted to just multiply it out, 1 times 10 on the top and 2 times 1 on the bottom. 10 divided by 2 is 5. And the only unit that survived is pieces. The calories canceled. So unfortunately for Yaneli, who loves Starburst, she's not going to get those 8 pieces. She has to cut it down to 5. And that makes sense. If 8 is 160, she knew it was going to be less than 8. Okay.